Good day, everybody, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to replace a section of this brake line while I'm doing the LS swap in my 2003 Jeep TJ. So what happened earlier when we were first cutting off the old mounts and getting ready to weld in the new ones, I accidentally put a little nick in this brake line, actually right there. I can feel it. But in order to be safe, we're going to replace a chunk of it. Now, this brake line is actually really long. And to buy one from a dealer, if you could, would be extremely expensive. However, if it is damaged, if you need to replace a section, you can just buy the tube and the ferrules and get her done. So as you can see right here, I bought a kit. It's got a bunch of different connectors that come with it. I had to go down to my local parts store and get the special joiner that we're going to need to attach the tubing. So what I'm going to do is probably cut the line somewhere in here and then replace this section all the way down. But before we can do that, we need to suck the fluid out of the master cylinder. I'm going to use my midi vac, and we're also going to connect to the brake caliper down there and do a gravity bleed. If you don't own one of these, the midi vac is one of the greatest inventions known to man. They make one with a handheld pump too in case you don't have an air compressor, but I'm gonna stick that in there. Try to suck up as much brake fluid as we possibly can. All right, I'm gonna crack this open. And hopefully it'll start bleeding. There we go. Bust that free. Once I know I got it loose, I'll get a proper wrench because it's kind of hard to turn with that nut in the way. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is just pop the brake line out of that clip. And I'm gonna cut it probably right in this section here. In order to do this job, you're gonna need some tube cutters. This one works really well, but sometimes it can get really awkward. A flaring tool, a good one. This is a rigid, 2 benders, and a double flare kit. I'm just gonna use the dies from this one because the actual tool itself I find isn't that great. I ran into our first snag right here. It appears that the brake line has some sort of coating on it, which prevents the ferrule from going on. So what I'm going to have to do is gently buff it off and buff it to about here so I can double flare it and get the little connection on. That out of there. So and there you have it, double flares done. I just want to point this out that this is a special joiner. Don't buy an MPT fitting and hope it'll work. This is a special fitting. Get it from your auto parts store, pretty cheap. All right, I'm gonna start over. Bent the tube, but I made my 92 short and I couldn't get a double crimp on her. So now we're going to start over, and this time we're gonna go with a longer 90 to make sure that we don't have that issue again. So I'm gonna go up like that. Perfect. And then I just want to come down just a hair. Perfect. And I'm just gonna tweak that a little bit like that. And then tweak this back. And then down. Need to cut this section off. This time we got lots of space. Make sure my depth is good. Watch the backside of that tube, making sure she's not squishing out. Perfect. Get out of there. And thread this back in. Excellento. It's a nice flare. Right. Thread that in the hole. Not tighten it up, but thread it in enough that we can tighten this one up. Probably at least right there. I just gotta thread this in till I stop. There. Done. Here we are, it's all bent, put into place. Now of course if you had a proper tube bender, one that'll fit the line, it'll turn out a lot nicer. But it should work. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. I want to thank you guys for watching.